Okay, we are live, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on? Welcome back to the Chicago Conservative live stream edition. We got Jared, we got Squid, we got Nicole, and we have a newcomer, Snotface, who was actually a new member of the channel. She was actually in the chat yesterday. So I figured, why not? Let's just have her join the show, guys. So just say hello to the people, Snotface, so the people know who you are.
Thank you for having me. Not Face here. I have lived in a suburb of Chicago, about 6 minutes out of Chicago, my entire life. So I feel like it's fun that I get to have a say in what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. And today we're going to be talking about JB Pritzker. Me and Nicole was actually just talking about this earlier, and we were just like, what the hell is this dude talking about? Is he actually just threatening people at this point?
Basically.
Is the KFC getting to him? What is going on with this dude JB Pritzker? So let's just read this post from X, and I just want to share this because I want you guys to see this as well. So let me just pop that up. See.
Since I'm also moderating, I can get a better look on things on my monitor.
Okay, cool. If you guys just entered the stream, please hit that like and subscribe button. Really would appreciate that a lot. So this expo says just in Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker says he is taking names of those who support Trump in his fight to clamp down on crime in Chicago. Pritzker is fuming over Trump's proposal to send the National Guard to fight Chicago's crime. Quote, "We are watching and we are taking names," end quote. Let's see what else he says. This country has survived darker periods than the one we're going through right now. And there is a video to this, but I just want you guys' opinion on that for a second. Like, what's wrong with this guy?
Well, he's painting such a bleak picture for a time that's actually not bad. I mean, things aren't great, obviously, but things are improving, and yet they say, "Oh, we've survived darker times, worse times." When we've got a president who says, "Hey, I want to come and bring some security to your city. Hey, I want to bring some security to a lot of cities across this country. I want to improve the economy. I brought $10 trillion in new investment here." But no, if you listen to a Democrat, "Oh, it's dark times. These are terrible times we're living in." It's just fear mongering.
I was just about to say, perfect. It's a literal fear-monger tactic that they use, especially when it comes to the black community, because they hear trigger words. Now, the trigger words for black folks, I don't know. I think every word is a trigger word for white libs. When it comes to black folks, their trigger words are slavery, racism, Hitler. I don't even know how Hitler is a trigger word for black people. That's just retarded. I don't even know how that connects.
And cuts to public benefits. That's the other one that gets them going.
Yeah, like I thought like Hitler hated other people. But anyways, it's like they will never give up when it comes to this fear mongering, to Jared's point, because this is literally all they have. This is all JB Pritzker have. So now he has to try to pretend he's the big bad wolf and fight Trump in the military, which is a dumbass idea. And you see how he always have flunkies fight his battles for him. He would never do this himself. He would never put himself in the limelight or in the front of the group and basically, lead the fray. He would never do something like that. He's going to hide behind the cameras. He's going to hide behind his gated community, hide in his marble mansion, and he's just going to let these people get arrested on his behalf.
Did I miss that? Did JB Pritzker say that things have been worse in Chicago and that's why we don't need this?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Darker times.
Yeah.
Okay, so how is that a valid argument for not making things better now? Like, things have been worse, so we clearly don't need to make things better now. Like, what a stupid argument. I'm sorry. If things are bad, you should want to make them better anyways, regardless of what it was before.
Exactly. Yeah. And my thing is with JB Pritzker is my guy, I don't know if you're trying to run for president in 2028, but my thing is this, dude. If you are, then I don't know what type of crack you're smoking, but you need to put it down because it's the same thing with Gavin Newsom, guys.
He's probably on that Hunter Biden shit.
It's like they
He's
don't.
smoking the crack that only the millionaires can afford. Like,
right? Strangely, right? Strangely,
he
which
must
is
have that
insane.
very high strain. Like, I don't know.
You know, for a party that has been they've been ahead of the game so for so long. You know, Republicans have always been the next election cycle, right? That's what they're always looking at. We're always looking at the next election cycle, and Democrats are the same ones who put in the teachers unions, and they put in all of these things that have had long-term impacts. The Department of Education building up this indoctrination system. It's like this long game they've played, and all of a sudden Trump came along and fricasseed their brains. And I mean, it's a good thing, because now they're going to the next election cycle, but they don't know how to approach it. I think that y'all have said this before, that they're rudderless. They don't have a leader who's saying, okay, here's the message, other than we'll see them on the news and they're all repeating the same word. But they go back to fear mongering and the things that they were trying in 2016 that did not work, that they tried in 2020 and I believe didn't work, but they were able to steal the election, and that didn't work in the last election. I mean, it's like where's the new plan? Where's the new scheme? Where's the new, front that we should be fighting on? And at this point, I'm not even all that concerned, because Gavin Newsom is just a slimy, sleazy, slippery politician. And JB Pritzker is proving himself to be the same. Nobody trusts JB Pritzker.
Absolutely, yeah.
What have you got? Fear mongering? People aren't buying that anymore. That's why you guys have been doing what you're doing, because you're not buying that crap anymore.
Yeah.
Hey, Dennis.
What's going on, Mr. Dennis?
Hey, you all, how you guys doing today?
We doing good. We gonna be talking about J.B. Pritzker and basically him being a moron, saying that he's gonna fight the military when it comes to Donald Trump trying to get crime out of the city of Chicago, and he don't want to do that because he's a moron. And we're also going to be talking about Fox News, guys. We got to talk about how fool they are and how they snubbed me today. But we gonna get to that, guys. A lot of people like, oh, you're supposed to be on Will Can. I think even Jared just asked that not too long ago. We gonna get to that, guys. We gonna get to that. But right now we talk about JB. But yeah, Mr. Dennis, what you feel about this?
Well, he can fight the military all he wants to. The only thing they gotta do is do push-ups on him, and he'll collapse. That's the only thing I can think about what JB Pritzker could do. But anything else, JB Pritzker, he's like the Pied Piper, but he leading mainly the black voters into doom and despair. Now, we have a crime problem here in Chicago. Granted that crime is way out of control, and you have Ren and Stimpy, that's JB and Brandon Johnson over here, saying that crime is down. But they playing the mind of the ignorant voters and stuff. And if you see right in front of, I'm surprised the bridge didn't collapse on him when he was over there on Wacker Drive. And so the thing about JB,
Right.
the thing about JB is that he just a blowhard, and he think that he could be the mob boss of Illinois by being tough, sign all these ridiculous bills and stuff that nobody in the legislature or we didn't get a chance to read. And he's not fighting for Illinois. He's fighting for himself. And it's very ironic that he want to go for the third term as president. I mean, for governor. It's very ironic that he's doing that. So guess what? He know he won't make it in the primary. He gonna step out. I think the first week of the primary, but he want to make sure he'll control everybody in Illinois by running for a third term. Now, any other governor besides Blagojevich, because he got impeached in his second term, but every other governor in the second term do not seek the third term. So why is Pritzker want to seek the third term? because he know he won't become president.
Yeah, factual. Yeah, he's seeking a third term. I don't really see nobody standing in his way either, if I'm being honest.
Well, you know what? Yeah, big as him, would you stand in his way?
Well, I know Ted Dabrowski from Wire Points is running, and I fortunately was able to sit down and have a long talk with him once, and I think he's pretty sound. I mean, he's a data guy, so he
Yeah, you got the sheriff out of Illinois too. What's his name?
Merrick James Mendrick. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Mendrick. Yep, that's his name. I
Mhm.
actually met him. He's a pretty cool dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to play this clip for you guys. I want to hear what this fat bozo has to say. So let's see. Okay, we're gonna play the clip.
Let's hear what the soy
Finally,
boy has to say.
To the Trump administration officials who are complicit in this scheme, to the public servants who have forsaken their oath to the Constitution to serve the petty whims of an arrogant little man, to any federal official who would come to Chicago and try to incite my people into violence as a pretext for something darker and more dangerous, we are watching and we are taking names. This country has survived darker periods than the one that we're going through right now. And eventually the pendulum will swing back, maybe even next year. Donald Trump has already shown himself to have little regard for the many acolytes that he has encouraged to commit crimes on his behalf. You can delay justice for a time, but history shows you cannot prevent it from finding you eventually. If you hurt my people, nothing will stop me, not time or political circumstance, from making sure that you face justice under our constitutional rule of law. As Dr. King once said, the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends.
You see what I'm talking about, guys? As Dr. Martin Luther King once said, like, dude, you got to give me a break. Here we go with the virtue signaling.
This guy's clearly a soy boy, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and the
Well,
claim. I was going to
go
say
ahead, Nicole.
Oh yeah,
Go
no,
ahead,
I was just
Nicole.
going to say quickly the claim that he's going to stand against any unlawfulness against the people of the state of Illinois is egregiously false, being that the Safety Act totally exists and you've shielded criminals, illegals, everybody you can think of except for the lawful citizens of Illinois.
And then we're just letting out criminals from jail. Like, that's why cops don't want to do their jobs anymore, is because as soon as they arrest people, a day or two later, they're out.
Exactly.
Like, what's the point of these people putting their lives on the line to arrest people that are doing wrong if they're just going to get shunned for it or anything like that? And our governor isn't going to stand up for these people that are supposed to be there to protect us and enforce the law.
Right. Yeah, you can say that you were backing the police, but and then he went through and tried to claim all that. But it's like, yeah, if you're burning them out by making their job pointless, then no, you can't be.
Yeah, like, that's what I don't understand. So then I don't understand when people are so upset about, the crime rate in Chicago, yet defund the police and do all of this. But how is that helping anything? Like, and how does our governor think that is helping anything? How does the mayor think that is helping anything?
And did you guys see the Brandon Johnson even said in one of his quotes that locking people up doesn't help crime or reduce violence? And you're like, what the hell is wrong with you? Yes, it does.
But wait, locking people up totally helped.
Literally said that.
Amen.
Wait, hold on, because this is breaking my brain right now. But JB Pritzker was totally okay with locking the entire state up for months during COVID, and that was supposed to help everyone, right?
While his family was in Lake Geneva and in Florida, right?
Yep.
But that's none of our business.
No, why would it be any of our business? We are the poor peons. Like,
right.
Well, the veiled language too, it's always what they accuse you of, they themselves are doing. He talked about inciting violence. And I will not let Donald Trump incite violence. But we watched the clip yesterday of Brandon Johnson saying, the people will rise up. My people will rise up if Donald Trump does something, which is how he does it. He's doing it. It's the same way that Maxine Waters did it. It's the same way that Nancy Pelosi did it. It's the same way that all the Democrats did it. Chuck Schumer is accuse them of what you yourself are doing, which is inciting violence. And that's their veiled language they're trying to push.
Well, and now they like to go back and say that J6 was the worst thing that ever happened. But I'm sorry, didn't Trump actually ask Nancy Pelosi to employ the National Guard during J6?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like, that's where like all of this is either complete stupidity or it's the most incredible cognitive dissonance within this party that I've ever seen in my life.
It's more of the latter. Nobody's not
Well,
this stupid to do this on to do this and not see the problem. This is not This is not. This is not. Can you hear me? Okay, guys?
but I want to say something about this. I cannot fault J.B. Pritzker for who he is. No more than I cannot fault Brandon Johnson for who he is. You know who I
Oh, I
have to
can.
fault? Black voters who voted these two fools in, knowing that it's going to get much worse than it's going to get any better. They know how now J.B. Pritzker, what he do? He goes on the south and west side in these churches, putting money in the preacher's hands and stuff for votes. Brandon Johnson got helped by the CTU. What's the president name of the CTU, Nicole?
Stacey Davis Gates.
Stacey Davis Gates and them. So we cannot keep on, if we keep on falling for the okie doke as black voters and keep on voting for these two people in higher office, not even in higher office, but we have to stop. We got to dismantle the House and the Senate in the state as well. Now, the midterm is coming up real shortly. That means that the Democrat is gonna go tooth and nail, heaven and earth, more of hell than heaven, to try to get the House back. When he said the pendulum would turn, Pritzker, he talked about the Democrats take back the House. That's a warning shot right there that he just
Yeah.
fired to all conservatives that they gonna do whatever it takes to get the House back, because now their life is very miserable since Trump is in office. They got the House and they got the Senate, and they making things happening in this country right here. So we got
Yeah.
to be very careful, and we got to expose these black politicians, these black activists, these black leaders, the black media, the black radio show hosts, anybody who's for this. We got to expose them on social media one way or another, because they're gonna make sure that our life is gonna be very much miserable like it was when Joe Biden was in office.
Can I
Yeah.
ask a
Fact.
question? Because I agree with everything that Dennis said. Oh, is he still talking?
I don't think
No,
so.
no.
Oh, okay.
What's that?
I have a question for all of you, especially who live in Chicago, which I think are most of us, I believe.
Yeah, most of us. Yeah.
So, does anyone know where Louis Farrakhan's side of the aisle that he votes on is? I would assume it's Republican, but I'm just curious. Does anyone know that for sure?
Well, I listened to Louis Farrakhan, and he spoke very highly of Donald Trump. He compared Trump to
Yeah.
our
Yeah. He
misery
did.
and suffering. He
Yes, he
compared
did.
he compared he compared our misery to what Trump is trying to do to get us out of this state of misery we're off in. So even he spoke against Obama one time.
Oh, for
Farrakhan
sure.
did. Yes, he did.
Okay. I was just curious because this is a person that I am not actually a fan of because I'm actually a big anti-Scientology activist too. Not activist, like just in that community. So I was just curious because I know that he has a lot of pull in Chicago and like the Chicago political sphere. and religious sphere. So I wasn't 100% sure, but I just wanted to double check with you guys. You know,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
fine.
everything that goes on in the city.
Yeah,
Sorry, just a
yeah,
random question.
no, that's fine. That's a fair question. Yeah, he don't say too much um nice about Pritzker and especially Brandon Johnson whatsoever.
Which is
But
great.
yes, and he really say he never seen no president like Trump is. He he said it on a radio show one time.
And that's fantastic. And like I
Yeah,
said, I'm not gonna feel bad, even though I don't agree with that dude for the most part. I love the fact that like he's getting a community behind and turning Chicago red. Like that's the main goal here, I feel like, is because this city has been so stupid for so long.
So I've got a question. What's the movement like on, because I know that in Chicago there is it 30, what's the percentage the black population is 30%? Is that about right? 32? I think I've read different numbers, so I don't know the accurate one. And what I wonder is the white liberals, what are they I mean, is what's being done about them, I guess, is my question to you guys.
We don't really know, Jerry. We don't really know what the population is. It's been to be in the last 4 years since they really
it may
diluted our
be mostly
population.
over there. I'm
Can you
not
hear me?
for
Okay.
sure.
Can
Yeah,
you
we
hear
can
me?
hear you. I think
Okay.
Dennis is off mute and talking to
Well,
someone
I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
But since the last 4 years, they diluted our
Yes.
population up here.
So
They diluted our
yeah. So I'm looking
population
at
up
the.
here. Back. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I was just gonna give you guys some stats here, and I'm looking it up, and it said approximately 28 to 29% of Chicago population is black, according to data from the U.S. Census Bureau. So yeah, that's accurate.
as of what
It
year?
was probably 2020.
Yeah,
Um.
2020 is the last number I
Yep.
saw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
what do
Yep.
you
So,
got for
Mhm.
so
what do you got
obviously,
for
with the
Hispanic?
influx of the Venezuelans and everything that they're gonna start counting into our rolls.
Hey, Bashar, check it out for Hispanic population. It should be around the same percentage, probably as of 2020, but it should exceed us to be held. What the next census will be like 2030 or 2029, 2028, something?
Uh. Let's
It's
see.
every 10 years, right?
Yeah.
Oh well,
They
it's
usually
definitely
start of
more
the
than
year.
us.
Well, it's 6 million more than throughout the country, it's 6 million more than us. But I know it's
Well, they're
probably
saying approximately 29.8%, and this is from
20.
2023.
This is Latinos.
Yeah, Hispanics. Yeah, Hispanic
And then,
Latino.
then you got to think about how many of them can actually vote.
Right.
If
Yeah,
Well,
if they
yeah.
vote,
I was going to say if Democrats have their way, anybody will be able to.
Right. I mean, like
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
that's the premise of it. I was arguing with people when they were saying that, well, you're important voters. That's impossible. They can't vote in a national election, but if you look it up in Illinois, they can very well be able to vote in the local elections.
Yeah, a lot of states have done that. A lot of cities they're allowing them in local and state elections, but which is, I mean, huge. I mean, we've talked about that before too. That local and state has a massive amount of power in a lot of
they
ways,
do.
more than the federal government to influence people's day-to-day lives. I talk about my small town. It's a small town, and we in the 18 months at this tiny little town of 30,000 people, we saw a 14% tax increase on our property taxes. Then we got because they did this knowing that a reassessment was coming, and the reassessment came, and our property values went up 30 to 55%. And then, so which give them an additional bump. And then the next year they say, well, let's do another 25% increase. So all that done at the local level, taking money out of our pockets, that is in an area for us is very impoverished. We don't have a lot of money in the town that I'm in. And that's the power, though, of local and state government to influence people's day-to-day lives. And when you can bring illegals in, now you got as well a situation like you all have.
They don't have our
Right.
morals and values. Hey,
Yeah.
Jared, real
Yeah, and
quick,
they're
you
taking the
asked a
resources. They're taking the
go ahead,
resources from the
Bashar.
Americans. Yeah, go ahead. No, no, no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Now, Jared, you asked the second part of your question. You asked like, what do we do about the liberals? You got it. You got your computer in front of you handy, or can you
Yeah.
look
Oh
up the
yeah.
map? All right. Well, look up the map of Illinois. If you don't know or not, but if you look up Illinois and you look up it's pretty much Cook County. There's other counties that are kind of red too. I mean, kind of blue too. But if you look up the map of Illinois and you get everything by the lake, that's it. The rest of Illinois is red.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
That's the whole point. So when you asked about what we do about liberals, like, yeah, we live around these people. But when you go anywhere 20 miles southeast west of here, not southeast, but just pretty much southwest and north of here, it's literally Trump areas in
Yeah.
Illinois. Like you see it everywhere.
Yeah. So you guys, I'm looking at that right now at the 2020 election. That's the one that I've got. But either way, it's like so much of the country. You see it. It's
It's just a city.
red, it's sweeping red, and you go around the
It's red.
cities, and that's it. Yeah.
That's because that's what they
Let's
control.
finish. Let's finish this clip of
That boy here.
Jay Easy. Yeah.
Hey, y'all know he's only 5 feet tall, right? I met him before.
JB?
So he's a
Pritzker.
troll.
He's
a
like
leprechaun.
5x5, 5
He's
across.
like
and up.
5'3". He's like 5'2", 5'3", maybe. I met
Is
him
that
he
how-
was at the
is
Black
that?
Women's Expo, and he was pandering.
Oh yeah, he fit
pastorizing.
right in, don't he? He fit in right there.
Oh,
Yeah,
was
he's
shut- he-
fat,
what kind of
short, and
pun?
fat, bro.
Hey, what's up?
What kind of
He was
pun
a-
is that, Dennis?
But I was just
Right.
funny. It's funny when you look at him because when I met him in person, he's like to
Oh,
my
man.
shoulder.
What you trying to say, Mr. Dennis?
Well, I don't know. You say he's 5'3".
Maybe 5'2",
If
3,
that's
maybe.
with or without his neck,
He's
if
really
that's
big for his
hold on.
size.
My question is that with or without his neck? Because I don't see a neck.
Didn't Trump just commend him for losing weight or something? I remember seeing. I know he's lost some weight. You can tell.
Actually, it
he's been out
does
on
look
the
like he lose
lakefront.
weight.
No, he's lost
Yeah.
some weight.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's walking on the lakefront, but those Ozempic shots are like
No,
happening
I'm
right
just gonna
behind.
say,
So wait, he locked us all up for months against our will. Can we call him a short king then?
Oh,
Oh
absolutely.
yeah.
Can we call him that? Can he be our short king?
The
So
Napoleon complex.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
How
what
about
it
his
is,
neck?
really.
What
Supposedly
neck?
he's like the crappiest Pritzker in the family. That's why he got the crappy job of being governor. But they literally are like almost billionaires
Yeah.
plus, like the
I
whole
think there
family.
are 11 billionaires in Illinois, and 9 of them have the last name Pritzker.
That's
Right. Even the
crazy.
transgender cousins doing better than him. So
Wait a minute, they have a
Uh,
transgender cousin?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, was it Jenny Pritzker or which one is it? It's the
That is
one she used
gross.
to be. Used to be in the
Well,
military, and
we
yeah,
don't know because I don't
I
deal
didn't
with
never
that
know that.
pronoun
Crazy.
thing.
yeah. I'm like,
But
how
I didn't
you?
even know that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like ex-military, totally behind the having the transgenders in the military and all of the. That's where all of the stuff for him pushing for the stuff in schools is coming from. Honestly.
And that's why they
Are
got
you
him
sure?
in there.
How do we know How do we know if he's not a transgender?
Well, a lot of people say, "Have you ever
Yeah.
seen him and the cousin in the same room?"
Really?
Oh, man.
unsolved
Rashawn, see if you can
mystery.
try to find a
That's
picture of that
unsolved
and put it up.
mystery.
Here, if you want
Let
to
me
take me
see.
big screen, I can probably put this photo up.
I never
Also,
knew. I never knew this.
Oh,
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
looks just like him, just in bad
Look,
makeup and a wig.
let me
That's
tell you
crazy.
something. He's already big enough that a jumbotron can't fit into that screen, and you know how
What's
big
the
a
name? You
jumbotron
said
Is
is.
that
Jenny
it?
Pritzker?
I believe it's Jenny Pritzker, or I think Jared said he had it up too. Oh, he's got it on his screen.
I've got it up
Let me
right now.
see.
If you want to,
Oh, he do. Okay, hold on. Let me
there you
put it on
go.
the big screen.
Look, I don't want to regurgitate this salad I enjoyed earlier. Okay.
Yeah, well, close
Oh,
your
I gotta
eyes.
see it though.
Jenny
Oh my
Brianna Pritzker.
god.
Is that Jenny
Right?
Are you
Brianna Pritzker?
serious?
Oh,
I think
Yeah.
so.
shit! They twins.
Yeah, and this person was
They
like an
twins.
ex-military general, and then
Oh
she's
my
married
goodness.
Get
to
the
a
hell
woman.
out of here.
Listen, here's the kicker: she's married to a woman who's also big on military studies. So they're both like very into the military, and then on this transgender thing. So I'm like, what the hell is really going on in that family?
So this used to be a
Wow.
man that used to be in a Marine or just a
I
general.
can't remember it. I can look it up real
General
quick.
though is
If
crazy.
he was,
That's
if
crazy.
he went to the Marine, so much for looking for a few good men, huh?
I'm sorry. Are we talking about the Illinois government or the French government right now?
I
Super
know, right?
confused. Like,
I know,
I've
right?
never seen that
Must be
before.
a
That's crazy.
what the
Oh,
fuck?
that's funny.
Yeah, I don't know why
So
people
let's
don't know that. Yeah.
so okay. Besides, JB Pritzker possibly being a woman, being his cousin. Let's
possibility.
continue.
All right, my
Let's
bad.
continue this clip,
Damn.
guys, because I don't even think we finished it. This is crazy.
Whoa.
Or justice. Humbly, I would add, it doesn't bend on its own. History tells us we often have to apply needed to make sure that the arc gets where it needs to go. This is one of those times. I look forward to taking your questions in a few minutes, but first, I'd like to hand over our podium to Mayor Brandon Johnson. Mayor.
Oh,
And I
great.
think we
Both
can
these
give you a
clowns.
clip right.
The Dollar General Mr. T right there.
Yeah,
Damn. That's
About
a
it.
good one.
I
That's
sent
a
you
good one.
yeah.
the
I
full
think I
thing.
got it. Yep,
Dollar
I
Okay.
got it.
General
I
Mr.
got it.
T.
This damn clown, man. Oh my god, he's such a damn donkey.
Boy, he gonna be the new version of the Orange of the New Black right there, Brandon Johnson.
Wow.
Yeah,
Crazy, hey.
Jenny Pritzker retired from the U.S. Army Reserve, Illinois Army National Guard
Well, it's
in
this big old orange top
2001.
right there if you want to put it there.
In
You need a
2001,
parachute to
as a
jump off of that
lieutenant,
truck?
as a lieutenant colonel, parachutist, and air assault qualified. Later received an honorary promotion to Illinois colonel. It's funny he just said something about a parachute.
Yeah, that's funny too. I'm about to say, are you
Oh,
parroting him? But
And then her wife, Erin E. Solaro, was a former U.S. Army Reserve first lieutenant, later embedded in the U.S. forces in Iraq in 2004 and Afghanistan in 2005, and wrote a book called "Women in the Line of Fire." And yeah, she's
Is this the clip?
oh
Is this the
boy.
clip,
yeah.
This
Nicole?
is gonna be so much fun right here.
So I bookmarked it right where he says what he says. He starts a little bit earlier than that, but I bookmarked it right where he says what he says about incarceration not being effective.
So
Okay,
that
let's check this
mean
out. I
so
want to
does
see
that
this.
mean that once he jump off the plane that his dress is parachute or he used the umbrella like Mary Poppins?
do these
Dennis!
people get do these people get so rich that they just get bored and just want to change their damn gender? Like
And
Yeah.
then
what?
torture us like with all their crap.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Well, it's
crazy.
not even the torture with like, I don't care if you change your, like, call yourself whatever the hell you want to call yourself. Just don't expect me to follow your own language rules. Like,
Yeah,
that's where I draw the line, where I'm just like, no, you can't make me change my language for you.
right. Like
Well, I buy
Just,
into the conspiracy theory that it's all these really weird rich people who have these fetishes, like the person we were just talking about, and they say, "Well, I want to be able to walk around town like this. Let's donate a few $100 million, or let's donate a few $1 million to make this into a social thing and
But
conform the society to my own fetish."
but you know what?
yeah.
absolutely.
That
But you
makes
know
sense.
what the sad thing about it? He's coming after the kids.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's the problem.
He's coming
That's the
after
see
he's coming
snot
after the
face. That's the
kids.
problem that we have about it. Like you don't give a shit what you do with your spare
Exactly.
time. I
Yeah.
don't care. What do you like? If you want to pack fudge or chow box, I don't really give a shit. But do not push that on my kids.
Absolutely.
Yep,
Do
that's
not.
where they got all the backlash. Nobody cared about gay people. Nobody cared about trans people for the past however many years. We were
Yeah.
cool to live and let live, and nobody gave a shit. And then once it started coming into schools and you were teaching kids this ideology and you were teaching them about these different things, that's when everybody started to have a problem with it.
And then the men
So,
in sports in the bathroom, like there's like remember we had the curves gyms for the women only and things like that.
oh,
Like we
yeah.
don't have safe
Oh,
spaces.
I
I
remember
don't see
that. They
as a
don't have that no more, do
feminist
they?
exactly because it's like it's anti-trans. It's like as women as feminists, especially I don't understand. I don't subscribe to feminism, but as feminists, I don't understand how they're being silent about this because you are literally letting men dominate you again in the name of erasure.
Mhm.
I've tried to have this conversation with so many liberal women before, and it is so infuriating because I've said that women were being erased too, and I just get laughed in my face.
Yeah, they
Like
mock
I
you.
don't. Yeah, I'm just like I don't understand why you don't see this as a problem. Like you wanted you. So we fought for these rights, right, to get the for women to vote. Then if then what's the point of that amendment? Like, what is the point of that amendment if there's no actual
Right.
definition for women anymore? What's
Right.
the point of that?
We can't even have our own issues. Now we have to make room for men who will never be pregnant. I saw an article, I think it was out the UK, men who will never be pregnant, but we can't say that well only women have miscarriages. Like, well, what the fuck
Correct.
would a man be having then?
Correct. It's so insane. And then to
Period.
change it from breastfeeding to chest
Period.
feeding, get the fuck out of here. If any person who doesn't have breasts is trying to feed someone from their chest, they should probably be put
Disgusting.
in jail.
Yeah, or a
Yeah.
Man,
mental
that sound
hospital.
like Pete Buttigieg then.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Let's watch this clip that
And we know
All right.
about
Sorry.
JB and his
no, it's
breasts and
good.
stuff.
This Mr. Dennis here, he killing me. And now because it's funny because not as soon as I'm gonna start the video, I'm thinking about the Mr. T from Dollar General thing, man. Come on, dude. Now because now I can't unsee it.
In Chicago. We need the federal resources to make sure that we're building more affordable housing, expanding mental and behavioral health care, education, all of these things that could
I'm reading
reduce
off the
crime
paper,
and
dummy.
provide real community safety. Instead of spending hundreds of millions of dollars for publicity stunts to invoke chaos and terror, the federal government should spend that money on proven solutions to crime and violence reduction. We cannot incarcerate our way out of violence. We've already tried that, and we've ended up with the largest prison population in the world without solving the problems of crime and violence. The addiction on jails and incarceration in this country, we have moved past that. It is racist, it is immoral, it is unholy, and it is not the way to drive violence down.
How is it racist, bro?
We cannot
I would love
return
to see
the
these people
same
walk
failed
on the west side.
strategies that got us here in the first place. Under the previous presidential
No.
administration, we requested more federal resources to address gun violence in our city. We continue to make that same call.
Yet gun violence is still going rapid in Chicago. Like you got to make it
So
make
it's
sense, but
wait, make it make sense for me though. So it's racist to put criminals in jail.
Yeah.
Like
According
I
yeah, it's the
don't.
same thing in DC. And I say to black people all the time, hey, if you don't want to get locked up for being a criminal, here's the thing: just don't be a criminal, dumbass.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about your skin color. Y'all always out
I've
here
had.
committing violent crimes.
Well, I just want to say, like, I've had plenty of chances to go to jail in my life. Did I make those choices?
right.
No. Like, no.
Because
So
jail it was like, no, I can't do this.
exactly. Like I thought about the consequences and I was just like, what's the cost benefit analysis here? Like, I don't nope, not worth it. So I just that is such a stupid excuse that he is even trying to bring up right now. I'm sorry.
Well, see,
Yes.
Here's the thing about Brandon Johnson. He wants crime to happen to justify the ends versus the means. So when Trump stopped the federal funding, and I'm glad he did, he say he's stopping the investment. Now, who is he putting the investment in? Is it the criminals? Is it CTU? Is it the illegal, or is it for himself or his cronies in city and the city council member? So when he say since he became mayor, he always say, "I'm here to invest." Now, since the illegals came in under the Lightfoot administration, and then Brandon Johnson make sure that they stay in under his administration, he gonna say Trump is not giving us our federal funding because he's stopping our investment. Remember a year
Right.
ago, he went over to England. He didn't go to England for no investment. He went to England to watch the Bears. So when he
Oh,
did
I
all
remember
those
that.
things, yes.
Wow.
So listen what he say.
Wow,
It's
man.
investment. He wants them illegals to get that federal funding, and we have to still flip the bill. Now, a year ago, he said he wanted a $300 million property tax. So when the city council finally votes against it, he went down
He
to
wanted the
140.
150, yep,
Yes,
50, 40, yep.
yes. And then when he couldn't get the property tax increase, what he did, he got a long-term, high-interest loan, Rolf, and for $40 million. But it's not enough for his pet illegals. It's not enough for his friends at CTU. So what he did, he went ahead on and went to the next step level. He went for $800 million for a bond for infrastructure. And things still ain't fixed in the city of Chicago. Now he want a $10 million. He say, I'm not gonna go for a $10 million property tax, but somewhere in that bill that they gonna vote for, it's in there. It's in there, people. So we got to expose it for what it is. Raw fan. Brandon Johnson don't care about nobody but the illegals and himself and his friend at CTU. Raw fan. That's who he care about. That's who he love. He don't care about speaking on being a one-term mayor because he gonna have a $5 million a
Pension, yep,
retirement fund,
retirement.
yep, pension through CTU. He's still a member of CTU. I think that's a conflict of interest. I think the AG needs to investigate. We ain't talking about Kwame Rafu. We talking about paying somebody in the federal level, raw saying. Because this is getting a little bit too crazy right here. And if you notice this,
Yeah.
Sean, every time he screw up, just like he screwed up over there and when he was in at the oversight committee, guess what? He brought him and his friend Andre Vasquez brought all them Hispanics
And
over
P
there
Ray,
to
don't forget
flood
P
up
Ray.
the chamber, to flood up the chamber, and then we couldn't get a chance to speak. Chicago Flip Red couldn't get a chance to speak, and nobody else who got enough common sense didn't get a chance to speak. So every time Brandon Johnson screw up, guess what? He bring all these liberals in so he makes sure that our voice stays silent.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay, Nicole, I believe you sent me some links, but I'm looking at them right now. I don't think it's suitable for YouTube.
Oh, is it that bad?
Yeah,
It's
this dude looks
just the
dead.
non-existent. It's just the
He just
non-existent
he
crime
looks
in
dead. He
Chicago.
just took his wallet and walked off. Like, come on, bro.
I think
This
he's
dude
just
look
unconscious.
unconscious.
That's
Yeah,
it.
he looks dead to me. All right, he looks kind of dead. So I don't know. I don't want to risk it, but
All right, no
look at
problem.
this other one that you sent me. Let me check that out. But yeah, guys, this like I don't know how this is racist when it's cleaning up crime. I mean, clearly this works. You clearly see people, even black people. I think black folks are the most happy and the most excited to walk around in DC finally and look at the Washington monuments, the White House, the Congressional building, things like that. They couldn't do this stuff back, during the Biden administration and before, Trump deployed the troops to Washington D.C. because it was just so violent outside. You couldn't do anything.
I've
So
literally been watching reaction videos about that recently, where it's just like people walking and talking to people
yeah,
in the street of DC that
yep,
are
and
just
it's
like,
black
how do you
folks.
feel about this? And every single black person that I have seen interviewed has been like, I think this is fucking great. Like, I love it. So
I watched one of
I
a lady who was said, "Oh, I can drive. I'm driving around town. I've got my windows down, and I'm stopping at the stoplights with my windows down."
Right.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
isn't that
For sure.
concerning to anyone, like any other politician in DC?
They don't
Like, I'm
care.
sorry. Isn't that just like a major, like, oh shit, we're not doing things right? Like, I, I don't know.
Car
You're
service.
right. These people really don't care. They just don't care.
They
They've
don't
got
give a
car
shit. It's
service,
not
guarded
based.
parking garages. They have tunnels underneath the Capitol. They've got personal security. They see it, but if it doesn't impact their lives, what in the world do they have to worry about? Nothing.
Right.
So yeah, it goes unchecked, and nobody does anything. And yeah, they take a car service when they leave. They don't have to, they don't have to walk anywhere. It's all catered to them. Everything is catered to
Is
them. They
this?
live in
I'm
a
sorry, Jared.
bubble. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jared. Is this an article, Nicole? Looking at?
Yeah,
Is it
so
just an
it's on
article?
X, but it's through the CWB site. But if you click on the article, yeah, I'm looking through it now. But basically, yeah, them stating that those violence interrupters, who are mostly former gang members, and people have been saying this, are actually making it harder for the cops to stop the crime. So it's like, what are they doing? They're former gang members, so it's like it kind of could go either way.
Right.
And this is who Brandon Johnson wants to keep giving money
Violent
to.
interrupters or police obstruction.
Yeah.
Right, because they have mental health issues. We have to
Yeah.
control the youth. Make
Yeah.
sure they don't do anything bad. We need more programs. Like, dude, lock they ass up. What are you talking about? Pretty
Right.
sure they know what they're doing, dude.
Lock them all up
That's insane. Hold on, I'm trying. Let me
and
pull this article.
stop letting them out 3 days later or
There's
48 hours later or whatever.
Literally.
Like, I'm sorry. That's something that I will actually be 100% fine to my tax dollars going to is locking up violent criminals. Like, I don't mind paying for that.
And nobody's saying don't help them get like resources to improve if that's what they want, but like do it from
Exactly.
inside the fucking jail. I don't want them out on the street to still do whatever they want while you pretend that whatever you're saying to them is working. There is video in this link of Ashan of the issue of what happened that in this instance. It says that
I know.
the
I just
language.
saw it. Yep. I'm
Okay,
sharing the
okay.
screen now.
Okay, I got you.
I just saw it. Yep. I'm gonna share it.
I was just looking at the recidivism rate in DC,
Violence.
and it says juvenile recidivism. This is in DC in particular. Over 92% of juveniles convicted of serious crimes are being rearrested after release.
Right.
92%. So when it's a slap on the wrist, they let them back out. They commit another crime. You've essentially doubled the crime of one person by not keeping them locked away.
That's
Right.
not only horrible, but that's incredibly sad because that means we're not actually teaching the youth the lessons that they need to learn. Like, I don't understand how anyone thinks that it's compassionate to just release someone without having taught them a lesson or without them having learned a lesson. I don't know.
Well,
Maybe that seems like, I don't know.
well, there's two things. There's two problems. The politicians who let these juveniles do what they want to do, and lack of parenting.
Yeah. Facts. Starts in
I
the
agree.
That's the
home.
problem right there. You got to see. Here's the thing: the politician is telling the parents, "You cannot discipline your kids no more. That's called child abuse." But then at the same time, you got these parents over here will warn these kids, these juveniles, for bad behavior. So let's say somebody, little Ray Ray over here, uh, robbed a 70-year-old woman and stole her security check. Well, we know the politicians, the way that they have everything legislate is like you gonna let them back out. But then you got the parents over here saying, "I'm going to punish you. Let's go to McDonald's or go to Foot Locker so I get you a pair of New Jordans." That's where the two problem is: bad parenting and the politicians who tell us that we cannot discipline our kids.
Well, and
Yeah.
I feel like that goes to the same thing, which is why we have such a problem in the public school system, is because teachers don't feel like they are allowed to do their jobs because I feel like most parents now automatically take their kids' side because they don't parent at home and they don't do those things and they just want to be friends with their kids. And there is no such thing as discipline anymore. And I'm sorry, I was one of those kids as a young person who got paddled with a wooden paddle. Like I got that and it made me that much less willing to do things that I wasn't supposed to do. So I feel like, not that I'm saying like bring back corporal punishment, but sort of bring back corporal punishment.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
don't give children a consequence, period, like you have to have a consequence, and it needs to be, especially if it's something harsh and if you do something that can hurt you like really bad or something that can hurt somebody, you need to be punished right away, swiftly, and with almost like a jarring like moment where it's like, I will never do that again.
Correct. And I think that's what being spanked on your bare ass does when you're a young child, where you're like, ooh, that hurt, wasn't good. I think I'm going to think twice about making that same choice again, which is why I think that some people don't then go on to make even worse and riskier decisions in their life because they're like, ooh, no, I saw what that was like when I was younger with like less crazy things that I was doing. So I'm going to not do that now with bigger decisions.
Absolutely.
And I think the pain, it's like the pain, physical pain when you're a kid. I know, like, Snotface, you were saying that my dad did the same thing. My mom did the same thing. My dad was the last resort. My mom was the first resort. She had a paddle. My dad had a belt. That sting it's a reminder that there's consequences for your actions, right? But if the parents aren't there, there's the stopgap was law enforcement. And when they take law enforcement away, the problem progresses. And behind that is the culture. It's culture across the country of, the helicopter parents, the wanting to be friends with their kids, not raise their kids, that sort of thing. And that goes on in every community, that you have these poorly behaved kids that are coddled, that are given everything at every moment. And there is no consequence to anything bad they do, only more coddling. You create the entitled generation that I believe is backing up you've got you guys have talked about it in the Black community. The fatherless household rate has been very high, but then you've got these spoiled kids with mental health problems in the white community that are doped up on all sorts of things, and they're the ones that are voting
shooters.
Democrat.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So they're the supporters
Black
of it.
community too. They just shooting on the block. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
for sure.
No, it's so funny that Jared said that.
But no, hold on, Nicole. Hold up. We can't say that.
Why not?
These are kids in school, Nicole, because those people that they shoot at, those people aren't always innocent. If King Von and Lil Durk shooting at each other, or however that goes, I don't really care who's the other because they both, so that's how the street work. But school, this is little Tinny. This is a little 6-year-old kid. Like, he don't know what the hell going on. It's some kindergarten. You know what I'm saying?
They do these freaking drive-bys where they can't aim a damn gun. They got switches. Everybody got a damn ghost gun with switches, and you go out here and you just shooting up everybody on the block that you think was affiliated with that one person that you're afraid to go talk to or just get over it.
Can I comment on something that Jared had just said about which I love bringing up because I feel like it doesn't get brought up enough, is the problem with white kids right now and the mental health and parents just like affirming everything that these kids are saying about their mental health and just going with it instead of actually getting them checked out for that. I find that to be an even almost in some ways more egregious thing because it's not a cultural thing. It's something that has just been learned like recently. And I think it's such a sick problem that these parents are just like, oh yeah, we're just going to affirm everything that you say about yourself. And we're going to let you know that absolutely you're not the right way. Like, that's even more sick to me in some ways.
Yeah, I think that's why all this.
Can I play this clip real quick that Nicole sent?
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. No. Go ahead, Jared. You finish.
I was just going to say that I think that our expectations too for the change nationwide, it's got to be incremental and it's got to be long term. This is a long fight. People thought that Donald Trump was going to fix things all at once. That was never realistic. He's making incremental change. And this is a whole culture change they were having to make across the country. And it starts, I believe, in the education system, the indoctrination system, and moves on because these kids are being raised by the schools. And that's part of the problem. That it's got to be a change at the family. I personally believe there's got to be some faith brought into that, into that mix as well. That's incredibly
you're
important.
Absolutely right.
Because
Trump
that
actually wanted the
Ten
Commandments to be. Yep. You said the key word there, Jared, and that's faith. And that's something I can't give Donald Trump. I think he was trying to fight to have the 10 Commandments in every classroom, correct?
Yeah, I think he wanted it to be. I don't think he was mandating it, but I think he wanted it to be opened back up to a possibility. He was really
He
pushing
trying
No,
to
for
he
bring
that.
back school
suggested it. I'm not
prayer.
saying he
Yeah.
mandated it. No,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, I know what you meant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I didn't say he tried to mandate it, but it was just a suggestion. Yeah.
But all this, I mean, it all
But
comes
let's play
back to
this clip.
worldview. Like, what's your worldview and what's driving? So, anyways, now shut up.
I mean, our country was built on those values, though. Can we all agree on that?
Yeah.
It was built on
We were built on
conservative
Christian values.
So,
Yeah.
for sure. So
You talking about school
yeah, I
prayers,
mean, I don't see
Meshawn?
why.
Are you talking about school
Huh?
prayer? Are you talking about school
I
prayer?
mean, yeah.
Well, we not
I
only
did
we
that
went
when
to
I
the.
was in school.
I mean, I remember we went. Well, I went to a Catholic school, so we had to have mandatory school prayers there. But when I was in a public school, we had to sing the we had to recite the Pledge of Allegiance and or the national anthem.
And then
I
they
So
took
remember
that
doing
out.
that too.
they took that out right offhand. And see, here's the thing about the educational system. You gotta give the Asian a lot of credit, like the Chinese and them. They over here had a kid reading quantum physics, had them reading engineering and stuff like that at a very young age. What we got our kids looking at? Love and hip hop, basketball wise.
Yeah, that's true.
And
No,
they
for
know
real.
what's going on with when they play. They could recite every script on Love and Hip Hop more than what is the square root of six.
They know all the cheat codes to Grand Theft
Right?
Auto and everything for Roblox and all of these computer things, but
Oh my
they can't
God.
do basic
You
math
have to
or
say
read
Roblox.
at the reading rate that they're supposed, like what and no parent sees this is an issue. They're just going to shove an iPad in front of their kid's face to make them shut up so that they don't have to deal with them.
And that's a lot of the psychosis too, is because they don't know how to tell the kids no. The children don't know how to entertain themselves without something jumping around on the screen to keep their attention. And like you look at a lot of the Asian parents, they especially over actually in like China and stuff, they look, no, you're not on the internet, you're not watching TV, like you're getting like maybe 2 hours on the weekend max.
Doesn't China have
Culture.
strict bans for how many hours their kids are allowed to be on TikTok a day? Yet the United States has no
They don't be
qualms
on
about that at
TikTok at
all.
all.
Right, we're
They don't be
on
on
their
TikTok.
app and they're not on there at all. Yeah,
They're
Yeah,
not on there at all.
Yeah.
but like
It's
they do. If I'm not mistaken, they do have their version of TikTok. It's just
it's
only
limited.
educational stuff.
it
Yeah.
is.
Right.
It's celebrating smart people. It's celebrating engineering. It's celebrating math. Who can do a Rubik's cube faster and who can solve, the square root of 475.
Very
quick enough.
complex stuff.
Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. I am so glad that my 13-year-old niece was just able to tell me about Charlie Kirk and how she's learning about him and watching him on TikTok. But also at the same time, I'm like, why the fuck are you on TikTok so much?
Right. Go
What are
outside.
you doing?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Like, what are you
Right.
doing?
I miss the days of no distractions.
Mhm.
That's why I made a comment yesterday about dial-up internet, where it's just like, yeah, like I kind of miss that. Like, no offense.
I mean, let me tell you something. If you want to make a
Yes.
comparison, I hate to make this comparison because it's really sad, but if you go to I was doing a share ride, and I asked two Chinese. They was Chinese. I asked them, "What you major in?" One economics, the other one is business. Now that's something I would like to have my children to major in, economic or physics. You get some of these kids around here, they will say I went to nail school or something like that. That's my major, or they will say, oh, just liberal arts. Liberal arts don't teach you nothing. They just teach you how to be liberate and dumber than what you was before you register in college. So
I went for a
uh,
liberal arts degree, so I can 100% attest to that. And I'm so glad that I made it out of that shit with my mind, even though I didn't really, and it took my husband to bring me
and
back.
see, we don't sit down and encourage our kids about the option between college, job, the military, or trade
Trade
school. We
school.
don't get we do not teach them that when they're younger. And so the first thing they will do, and Nicole, forgive me, but most black young ladies, they only do one major, and that's psychology. Now, how many psychology that's in a job market?
I mean, you can use psychology to do a lot of things. I'm not a
many.
psychology major. You could use it to work in pretty much any field. Hello. Like, I mean, but yeah, like we don't give ourselves enough latitude to do various things. Like everybody has to do this one thing. And it's just like, no, like we need
Mm-hmm.
doctors, we need engineers, we need nail techs too. You know, like we need our own economy, and you only can do that if you have variety. But everybody just thinks they have to
Exactly.
do what's acceptable.
Exactly.
I think the issue
Hey,
with
our
this
own
is
economy will
though is
sound
that
great.
the
We didn't,
boomer generate. Oh, sorry.
no,
Go
I
for
was
it.
just gonna say, yeah, our own economy would be great. Yeah, our own economy would be great if we didn't spend all of our money and give it to China all day.
Right.
Well,
That's all
we
I wanted
can't
to say.
like, but Van Sham, we can't fault China.
Yeah,
Oh
because
no.
we're giving it to them. You're right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we can't fault them.
But
We have to
let's
fault,
play this.
and then we have to go
I
after
really
these
want to play
black
this
leaders
clip.
too.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially the ones that's
Yeah,
leading the inner cities. That's blue for
yeah.
sure.
I
Let's play
mean,
this
look
clip
at
real quick, guys. I don't know how long it is. But
all right.
hold on. Let me play this clip right quick, Mr. Dennis. Give me 1 second. Okay. All of that. Let me skip that.
Yeah, get your
Is this
diversity
the
ad
ad?
in.
Oh man, right. Oh Lord.
No Kings protests.
What
Is
am
that
I?
what this
Is this
is?
the video, Nicole? Or is
I have no idea what that
it,
is.
right. What is this? He's leading
An ad?
a shift
It looks like an ad.
protest camera.
Yeah.
It's almost over. We made it. Just close your eyes.
I don't get it though.
It's psychology.
What ad
There's
was
a
that?
psychology degree at work. Nothing. It's for your brain.
I do video for a living,
Just
and I've
throwing
seen
a bunch
about
of
4
random
of those
clips
clips in
together.
a stock website. Just so
See? You didn't get it, but your subconscious mind did.
I'm pretty sure that it did. Because what the hell? Something I can't explain, but I know that's for sure. And now I don't want to play. What's going on, bro? Let's see.
Is it an X?
Yeah, I clicked on it. You in the I don't know. Are you in it?
Yeah, I know. It was in the article that I saw. And
Yeah,
I
I
just
just
clicked
don't
the
know. I just
video on
clicked
it
on mine
and
and it
I just
played.
put it on full screen.
Do you want me to maybe see if I can share my screen and do it?
Yeah, because it's acting weird. I don't know what's going on.
Let's see.
That's probably because it's under a weird website. Yeah.
Okay, I'm
New.
sharing my screen if you let me, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to get rid of this so I can. Let me see. Sorry, I don't. You say you sharing your screen?
I asked to share it. I don't know if you.
I don't see anything.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't. Oh, okay. I see it now. I see it.
Okay. I don't know if it's gonna let me full screen.
What you do?
It should be up. Yeah, I can full screen it for you. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, mine's not letting me.
They beating. They beating. Get more cars here now. Hold the boy. Need more cars. Chicago area. Stop. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Stop. Stop moving. Okay, stop.
Move it, George Floyd.
Why y'all pulling front of his car like that? Stand up.
Seriously though.
Yeah. George Floyd
Y'all
2.0.
put that man out
I'm
his
looking
pants,
at.
all type of shit. See, y'all put that man out his pants, all type of shit.
How you can't breathe with you moving?
I feel like I'm not allowed to say anything about this.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Stupid Negro.
Oh, I saw this one. This is good.
Yeah, he good. I grind that weed. Grind that weed. Oh, see why? Hey, they're grabbing all the people. Yes. What back off. Get away. No, violence. Back
That's
off.
it.
Get away.
You know,
Back off. Get away. Go back across the
Just
street.
get in the car. What are you doing?
Back off. I know what the fuck I got. What? Don't come over. That's fine. Don't come over. I can pull whatever the fuck I
Yeah,
want to
back
do.
up, buddy.
What the fuck are you talking about? Who's that? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? I got this shit on recording, boy. You come out him. That's y'all problem over here. Don't come on.
I was hoping he's saying I can't breathe, that he was going to take off running.
Make sure you got some. You can check me, but I ain't got
it's
shit, bro.
amazing them thugs that's running their mouth, but they not out to help them.
I ain't got shit, bro. Now got guns. What is this up? Every individual got a gun with an extended magazine. So do your job and quit coming up on us and screaming it. You know how fucking frustrating that is? Then we gotta run through that in the middle of the fucking street with the goddamn gun. Do you know? Do you know? How many people get this fucking gun? And you're in my face.
You do a job.
So yeah, the guy in that vest that he's yelling at, that the cop just lost it on, was the violence interrupter. I'm assuming from the description. And yeah, it's like he's telling them like, look, what the fuck? If you're the violence interrupter and I'm trying to stop the guy with an extended magazine and you're screaming and trying to impede me, what the hell is your actual job?
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Actually, though, what the hell?
I couldn't imagine being.
Hey, you know what? That police should grab a book.
They have nothing else better to do.
You know what? I believe that if I was a cop, I have a Shakespeare book and say read.
Somebody read.
I couldn't imagine being a police officer in a place like that.
But that's the problem, though. Yeah, I know, and that's the problem in the black community. We don't respect police authority. We don't respect the authority of the, basically just of people who's supposed to be protecting us. Now, this dude just said that, oh, what's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all? And the police specifically said that he has an extended magazine that's probably illegal. So you're screaming in his face, acting like he's doing something wrong. He's doing his damn job, you clown. So
right.
This is why
it has been.
No
it's
one
been an
wants
effective.
to be. I actually was just talking to 3 police officers. No, I was just going to say this last one. I actually was just talking to 3 police officers earlier when I was on the phone.
No, go.
I'm sorry. I just want to just say this last little point. I was just talking to 3 officers earlier, and I asked them how did they feel about Brandon Johnson. They say, "Oh, we love Brandon Johnson." They said it very, very sarcastically, so it was really funny.
I was going to say.
And then they asked me, how did I feel about Brandon Johnson? I said, well, he fucking sucks. He fucking sucks. That's what I said.
I was just going to say that I think...
And I'm like, yeah. You could tell.
No, you're good. I was just going to say that I think like part of the problem is that people do try, and this is what I've seen and I've noticed when I've been watching more of these police interactions over the past couple of months, is that people do try to litigate the law with the police officers on the road. And like, I don't know in any situation where that would be beneficial. When you can literally just take the ticket or whatever and go to court and fight it then. So I feel like that's
part of
huge
it is
issue.
We've become so litigious, like as a society. Everybody, it's this litigious society where you could possibly, in some cases, get some money if there's a wrongful arrest or there's something that's done wrong procedurally. And the police departments, and we've seen that even in our local PD, it's in every police department. They have to walk on eggshells, rightfully so, I think, in a lot of cases, because if you're going to pull somebody over, you better have just cause to pull them over. But then you see what goes on social media, that it gets clicks and it gets attention if you push back against the police. And so it becomes popular. Everybody thinks that they can do it, and they can do it with no consequence. And then when there is a consequence, social media magnifies it, and the cops are the bad guy, not the person who was litigating the law on the side of the road. And so it's this very interesting psyop that's been done that makes it nearly impossible for police to do their jobs, makes police skittish when they are doing their jobs. It makes cities worried because they're going to have a lawsuit filed against them because
Police
of
are
these
people
ambulance
too.
chasing lawyers. Right. And it allows the people who are actually out doing the wrong thing to push those same boundaries. The people aren't safer. The cops aren't safer. The cities aren't safer. It just makes everything worse, but it plays to the benefit of those who want to keep crime, who want to keep people divided and angry at the people who are actually there to protect them, which is the police. So it's
No, and I agree 100% with everything that you're saying, but I also think that social media and the amount of these videos that are going out on social media showing people litigating stuff on the side of the road and showing them like phrases like well, send your supervisor, like that's one that I see all the time, and I'm just like, what do you think that's going to do for you? Like, it's not going to help. You're still going to be like, you're still pulled over or whatever for the infraction that this cop thought you were committing. So it's just, it seems like one of these, and you're right. I feel like it is a psyop to this younger generation online where it's just like, no, you can push back against the police and you might not like have the consequences that you think you're going to get. It just seems, I think psyop is the best word for it because we're teaching this younger generation to not have respect for authority, and it's coming through the government.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, and I think that
Nail
it's a
hit the nail
double-edged
right on the
sword
head.
because
We're not teaching our youth to respect authority.
I think it's a double-edged sword because social media also, there are bad cops out there. There's not as many as people think. You know, when they talk about the number of, unarmed people that are shot, they quote huge numbers. The number is actually incredibly small. Literally in the tens per year that didn't deserve it. They say, an unarmed person technically who brandished a weapon or whatever. There's this way the statistics go, but it's incredibly small number. But there are bad cops out there, and sometimes social media and cell phones help highlight that, which I think is not necessarily a bad thing. It's the same. That's why they wear body cams. I'm not against body cams at all because it's good for the people they're arresting and it's good for the police and the city as well. So those are the precautionary measures they've had to take. But
I agree 100%. But at the same time, I also feel like people are seeing these things on social media and being like, oh, well, like you said, like, oh, the victim, quote unquote, the person who was actually committing the crime, who was making it seem like the police were doing wrong, like that gets pushed so much more.
Yes,
and
100%.
those things get clipped in a way, like with the thing that we just saw a couple of weeks ago with, I can't remember where it was, the kid who got arrested, and he had clipped the video, but he clipped it out like 3 minutes before the entire beginning of the police interaction where they broke his window, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was like this huge controversy. And I'm like, well, but if all of that had been shown in the first place, then nobody would have, I don't think, been on this kid's side. You know what? I don't know.
Yeah, no,
it just seems like
you're 100% right, and that's the disadvantage of local law enforcement, city, state, whatever it happens to be, is that they still have a due process, like a process before they release that footage. And everybody's saying, show us the body cam, show us the body cam. Well, it's a process that I'm sure has to go through the city attorney or the attorney general, whoever if it's state police, whoever it happens to be. They have to go through all the legal things so that body cam footage is still admissible. But you're right. The court of public opinion has already judged that cop and already judged that police department. That's why I like it when they come out and say, all right, everybody, here you go. Here's the full video, and let the public see for themselves. The problem is when MSNBC, ABC, CBS, whoever covers it, they posted it on their 4 million person social media account, and then they correct it on their corrections account, which has 150,000 followers. It's like the Page 6 Barry when they fix it. And then that police department's playing PR to try to get, so they're just going to be at a disadvantage unless we somehow make it illegal for somebody to film police officers, and you can't do that because that's just unconstitutional.
Yeah, no, that would be ridiculous. I would never advocate for that at all. But it's really unfortunate that so many people in our country just want to see the police in such a negative light. Like they want to see law enforcement, military, anyone like that in such a negative light that it clouds their judgment to think like, oh no, they actually took on this job to protect and serve.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that actually kind of like gets under my skin when I think about it.
I have a brother who's a cop. I have another brother who's a firefighter. I was in the military. Like the whole public service thing was our family shtick. I've got a dad who's a preacher and a mom who's a teacher, right? Like it's just serving service. That whole thing was kind of in our blood.
I have the same type of family, so I'm right there with you.
And so these are people that are from these communities, right? You do it because you care about your community or you care about your country or whatever it is. And yet they want to vilify them because, just like we were talking about earlier, it's the accountability. They represent accountability, and our society can't have freaking accountability.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that we can't have that. Sorry, I'm done.
Absolutely. So I want to get you guys. No, trust me, you're fine. You're new to the show, so you can rant as long as you want. I want the people to get to know, your views and your opinions and things like that. That's why I just love when, new people join, so I can just sit back and watch. I hate to hear myself talk. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So it's good the people can hear your voice. So you don't have to apologize or be sorry or anything like that.
I enjoy your videos, so you should keep talking.
He will.
Okay, cool. But I actually I want to get you guys' last opinions on the subjects at hand today. So I want to start with Mitch because I know you haven't spoken in a while. What are your opinions about J.B. Pritzker and Brandon Johnson's critiquing the military coming to Chicago? Last thoughts.
Oh man, I'm sorry about that. I had the longest day ever, bro. So I'm just sitting back, just chilling, listening. I was actually still kind of tired from last night. I didn't go right to sleep after the live. That was a long live last night. I don't know what we got to critique about it.
Yeah, it was.
It was a long live, bro. I didn't know how late we stayed up. Then I had to stay up a little later to get some work done. And that's what I said. Today was long. But no, what I got to say about that? I don't know. It's the same thing. I think Snotface. What's your name, Snotface? Where'd you get the name Snotface from? I gotta call you something different than that.
No, you can call me. Please call me Snotface. It was chosen. It's from Drop Dead Fred, the movie. I don't take offense to it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
No.
Drop Dead Fred.
Do I remember that movie? I'm not sure. I don't know if I watched it or not. But it's just. It's just the same thing. It's not really. Like I said yesterday, talking to Alan, right? Is that his name? Alan? Was that his name?
Poor Alan.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Like I was telling Alan, I think he was talking about they can't be getting paid. Dude, they're getting paid. They're not incompetent to know what Chicago needs, or the liberal city, or Democrat city. They're not in. Brandon Johnson grew up out west, supposedly, or out south. I know he grew up. He lives out west now. Right, so he's not.
He moved to Beverly.
He's from Elgin or Evanston or one of them, but then
Elgin. He's out of Elgin.
Yeah, but
he's out of Elgin, but he lives in the Beverly neighborhood.
Well, he lives in Beverly now.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. He's down the street from me.
I believe so. Yeah, I don't think he stay on the west side.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, but no matter what. He knows what black flight is. He knows what all the stuff going on. Like I said, this is. We already know. We don't know who the culprits are, but we do, and we know how he's getting paid. The same thing how what's her name? Sassy Lashes down there in Texas. Texas, what's her name?
Oh, the
Uh,
one with the caterpillar eyelashes?
yeah, I call it. That's what I call it. Yeah, that's what I call it.
Jasmine
Sassy Lashes.
Crotchet.
Yeah, I call it loose crotchet. Yeah, yeah. She somehow only makes 100 at what?
Whoa.
She somehow makes 174 racks a year, but she just bought $10 million in houses. Like, come on now. Like,
And
who's
she's not from
paying you?
Texas either.
She's from St. Louis,
Yeah.
right? She's from St. Louis.
Mm-hmm. St.
I know
Louis.
that. And she ain't even a hood chick. She was just like a decent, like, grew up in a decent neighborhood, and
Jasmine
now she's doing
Croce.
all the, yeah, like,
She's more like a Hillary Banks.
yeah, no, I love me some Hillary Banks more than that.
Yeah, but
No,
she's dumb
but
as a
yeah,
rock.
yeah. So all these people like Brandon, like I don't know where we gonna see eventually see Brandon spend his money on, but I
Mohawks.
know because
Mhm.
I know they're getting paid to sell out the people, and I believe that. I mean, I 100% believe that. All these Democrat mayors and governors all over the country are getting paid to sell out their people. But sell out their people and sell out the country. Not just only black people, but sell out the country. They're not incompetent. They don't know about the school problems or school choice or black crime or police encounters. They know all the problems. They know they're just not going to fix it because they're getting paid not to do it.
Right.
Pretty much that's it.
Mr. Dennis, your last thoughts?
Well, you know, I can't wait till I go to the city hall meeting and stuff. I'm gonna say something besides giving him that flashback of the orange jumpsuit. But my thing about Brandon Johnson is that somebody's pulling his string. We don't know who it
Yeah,
is, but we could suspect that it could be J.B. Pritzker, the DNC, or the cartel, or it could be George Soros.
it's
Whatever
all
it
of them.
is,
Damn near.
yeah, yeah. So
Soros is the
that
main culprit. Yeah.
Yeah.
who is George? You say George Soros?
Soros is the main culprit, bro.
Yeah,
We all
he's the
know
main
this. And we
culprit.
all, yeah, we all know
Now,
this. I mean, Pritzker family got billions. I know the Pritzker family in it too. But let's not stop sugarcoating. Like we know what it is because Brandon
yeah,
Johnson knows what black plight is, and for him not
yeah.
doing something, or and my I'm about to say, damn, I'm about to call her something else. Sorry, can't use that
And you
word
know
because
something?
Lori
We
Lightfoot
had
knew
the
the same thing. Yeah,
yeah, Beetlejuice. But
yeah. I
anyway,
didn't want to
but
say it
that's okay. I'll say it. But it's very ironic. You had two black politicians, and
in
they
a
just
row.
ran, yes,
In a
and they
row. That's
ran the
crazy.
city to the ground.
Bro, we never had two black politicians at one time. Besides what, Harold Washington and I remember Harold
David
Washington
and
that was
David,
before my time,
what
right?
David Dinkle? Yeah,
That was
I know
that was
him.
before my time. Because I was
Yeah,
born in '81. So when was he doing?
he was in 81 or 82, one of them.
Okay. Yeah, because then there was the
Yeah,
white lady that stayed in the Cabrini Green for that one time, right?
Jane Byrne.
Jane Byrne. But besides that,
Yeah,
we
that
never had two black politicians at one time.
right. They
And now
ran
we
the
had
city
6 years of
ratchet.
them. Yeah, and like we had 6 years of you think black it's kind of like when Obama got elected, we thought, oh man, shit's gonna be good. Nope. 8 years of terrible shit.
We just didn't know how much of a whipping boy Obama was, and still is.
I I didn't know, and I wish I could take. Well, I didn't vote for him the second
Yeah.
time, but I swear I wish I could take my vote back. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
We're 6 years into black ran Chicago without no dailies, without no Rom, uh, and look what we got. I would say it's damn near better when Daley was mayor. Besides all the other BS he was doing, but it wasn't all this weird shit.
but it wasn't that many crime getting out of control under the
No,
Daley
no,
administration,
there was no
especially,
snatch and grabs. There
especially,
wasn't.
especially
Go ahead.
Pop Daley, especially
Oh yeah.
he wasn't playing. He had a motto: you shoot, you loot, we shoot. I
Yeah.
like that motto.
And you got to
But
remember all that torture happening under John Burge. That was
Yeah.
a good
yes,
That was
that's true
incentive.
too. Yeah,
That
that's
was
true
Lil
too.
Daly, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah,
say, if
that's
y'all
true
haven't been
too.
locked up before,
Jesus.
if y'all haven't got hit with a Chicago phone book upside the head, you don't know what it's like.
Right,
You
right.
sure don't.
That shit. No, long story. But go,
I
yeah, but
think
no,
that's
but
why they,
6 years of this.
I think that's why they got rid of the yellow pages.
Yeah, that's it. But no, we had. But you're right, Mr. Dennis. Michelle,
Oh,
think about like
really?
6 years. No, it's
That's
not. But
crazy.
but think about it. We had what we're this is the second year of I'm about to call him John Johnson. My bad. Brandon John. My bad, G. This my bad. So we're on the second year, right? Because I didn't
Wait,
lost track of
who?
this dude. No,
I'm
sorry,
like,
G.
he didn't even
'Cause
catch that.
I was trying to say your name, but then I was about to ask you a question, but then I thought about it.
Like,
Lost, but my bad. But what we on the I lost it. What are we on the second year? So
bro,
we on the 6th year. No, my bad, G. Yeah, I owe you for that one. I owe you for that one. But we on the second. So we had
for
6 years
real though.
of
Don't
all.
say Bashawn Johnson. No way.
No, because I was mixing my words together because I was talking too fast. That's my
No, I
bad.
know, I
But
know.
no,
I'm just joking, bro.
damn.
You are good, man.
That's actually kind of sound good, man. You should maybe run.
No.
Come on.
Hey,
No,
see, I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, yeah, I think he
no.
said no
But this is
relation.
no relation. But no, but but think about it,
yeah, no
Mr. Dennis.
relation.
So we're in 6 years of all black leadership.
Yeah.
Mr. Dennis, you still there? Okay. Yeah. So we had 6 years of all black leadership, and this I think St. Louis. I forgot that lady. They're in like 4 or 6 years. In Atlanta, and I was not Baltimore. What's the other one over there? What's another one? Not Philly, because I think yeah. So all these black mayors just came about within what 2016 or so, about 2014 to 2016. So all these
Yeah,
Democrat
that
cities
sounds
got these
about right.
all these black
What?
mayors and governors, and they woke and they all this, and just life has been deteriorating since since like 2019, 2020, especially when Biden got in. But ever since with all these ideologies, but yeah, and just right, 6 years. I never thought that I would see like the first what was she, gay, black, and short and ugly mayor. The first one. I ain't talking shit about her, man. But it's just an embarrassment. I know
Yeah.
probably Jared, a snotface, probably don't understand, but it's like we've been waiting on this for a long time to see like, oh, okay, well she no matter if
No,
she's gay or
Snotface
whatever.
understands. Snotface from
Yeah.
Chicago, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, my bad, huh? I didn't know. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So, but it's
I'm here.
Yes,
I was
Snotface.
all here
She
for
knows.
Lightfoot, who I would love to say something very rude about, but I'm not going to because my husband came up with his own fun name for him that I'm sure lots of other people use in Chicago. Um, but it's
yeah,
yeah,
and I just
no,
think it's just an
I'm right there
embarrassment.
with you.
And like if my mother was still alive or my father was still alive, and I told my mother like, hey, we had the last 6 years we had a black woman as mayor. I remember my mom always wanted to see like, oh, I wish a black woman get in all these things would be great, great, great. And my mother died in
Right, but
2019, right? Yeah,
why does she gotta be
2019.
gay though? That's not thing. Why she
Yeah,
gotta be
I was like,
gay
why
and
gotta be
black?
gay? And
Why
she's
can't
not
she
even
just be
from here. She's
black?
from Cincinnati. She's from Cincinnati.
The
Oh, so I
color
probably could have
shouldn't
said
even
lesbian
matter in my
Lightfoot.
eyes. The color shouldn't even
It's just an embarrassment, and I think they're
matter.
using
Nicole,
whoever's
what are
putting.
your last thoughts, Nicole?
Go ahead, my bad. I can talk forever.
Real quick, I wanted to read the rest of that
No,
from
I'm
that
sorry,
video
Nicole.
we saw. Yeah, go ahead, Vashawn. Oh, I don't know if you were saying something. Now I was
Oh,
just
I'm
gonna say,
sorry. What? Oh,
I don't know what's happening.
I'm
I
sorry.
was
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. Just real quick from that same where we watched the video with the violence interrupter. They said in 2023, this wasn't the first time that this has happened. In 2023, police allegedly found a full-time violence interrupter hiding naked under a bed with $50,000 in cash on the floor, suspected narcotics in the room, and a gun resting on a kitchen window sill. The same summer, 2 peacekeepers were shot in separate incidents, including one who was on electronic monitoring at the time. So these are the violence
Wow.
interrupters that Brandon Johnson wants to throw money at to stop the crime. So in effect, you're giving our tax dollars to invest in people, but you're investing in criminals essentially. Because even in the clip we just watched, like, why were they even there while this guy had the extended clip? Like, they were on the scene. They're like, the police didn't call him over there. Like y'all was hanging out with the
Right.
gangbangers. You're hanging out with the criminals. Like you're not interrupting anything. You're amplifying it, or you're abetting. But my final thoughts on this is, yeah, Brandon Johnson is allegedly, or can be suspected to be a gang member. And not only are they getting money from probably somebody in a pack, or somewhere under the table, through lobbying or whatever, the CTU, who is openly socialist, um but also I believe, like the USAID, how they uncovered a lot of the money going through these NGOs. A lot of that money that they got for the asylum crisis, or that they robbed out of the COVID funds, and reallocated to the migrants. That money for 50,000 so-called illegal immigrants who came here, and you spent how many $1 million on them so far just in Chicago, and then we can't even talk about the state of Illinois and all the funds you're giving to them through this VTTC program, where you're giving them cash and you're giving them food assistance and medical on our backs. You're laundering money. You're laundering money. You're giving it to these agencies, these
Right.
churches, and all these non-for-profits, and then they're still turning around and they're standing in a damn line asking for more assistance, because you're not actually helping them with that money. That money is going right into your friends' pockets, and then you go back to those churches and you go back to those nonprofits, and you stand up there and you make a speech and you make everybody feel good, and then you plan on getting reelected. It's just a perpetual, ongoing grift, and that's all it. In my opinion, he's just laundering money.
Who,
So that
Brandon?
means
Yeah, him and
Oh,
Pritzker. I mean, you're
Pritzker,
getting
yeah.
all this money, our tax dollars, and you're giving it to quote unquote illegals, but they're still
Oh
asking
yeah,
for public aid. Why are they still out here asking for public assistance? Yeah, they might have gotten their
that's a
rent
good
paid up
point.
front. Yeah, like where's
That's
the
a
money
good
going?
point.
They should be fine. They should
How
be
much
fine.
did
They
we
shouldn't
spend,
be
Vashawn?
asking
How
for
much did
more
we
money.
spend on illegals? I know they spent a billion. No, I'm sorry,
it was
not a
last
billion
time it
trillion
was
worldwide
last time it was over $6 billion
in
for the
Illinois.
illegal.
Yep.
Yes, in
In Illinois.
Chicago itself. Now I don't know how
Okay,
much it
yeah.
is
I mean, yeah,
through the
Illinois. We just
state,
The,
call
but
it
we know
Illinois.
that
Yeah.
Brandon Johnson spent over $6 billion for the
So, but we
illegal
need
at the time.
money. So now he's sitting up there with Fat Boy over there asking for
for,
bread
for more money.
from for more money when you gave our money away to
Yep.
the
Yeah.
Spanish.
Yeah, to the illegals, and then to
Oh,
these violence interrupters who are
oh my
actually sitting
God! I
around
didn't even
letting
put I
violence
didn't even
happen.
put one and two together. I'm sorry, I was tired today. But yeah, I'm like, duh. Like we don't. Wow, what an idiot! What an
Yeah, and then
idiot.
the audacity to turn around and act like you're going to ask for money from FEMA for the flooding that's happening over here, when of course you also had a hand in not making sure that the sewer system was updated and up to par and being cared for and maintained, to bring some of that down. And then now you're going to ask FEMA from who? From the federal government that you claim under Trump has gotten rid of FEMA, from the president that's a complete racist. Like, we can't get
Yeah.
help from you no matter what, because either A, you've stolen the money that was allocated for things, or B, you're going to claim Trump is racist and never ask the question, because you're not going to go ask the federal government for them to do their job. I don't care who the hell running the place. I don't care if I walk into the restaurant and me and the manager just had a fight. If you bring me a plate that I didn't ask for, or you bring me some bad food, and you think I'm about to go home with a stomach virus because me and you had an issue back in the day or around the corner somewhere, that has nothing to do with the price of tea in China.
Exactly.
Well, the thing
That's a
about
good
it is
point,
that,
Nicole.
that's great.
Damn
yeah,
good
Yeah.
point.
so here's the thing about Brandon Johnson, is that we already know where this money coming from. We got to know where this money going to. So we
There
do
you
need
go.
Doge up in here to do that forensic audit and see where this money go. Have the federal government freeze these access and stuff, and then maybe that will shake things up around here in Chicago. But the thing about it, it's very ironic. Isn't it ironic that every 3 months, every quarterly, he need there's a budget deficit, if we ain't done with the main budget deficit that's in hand, with the $40 million loan, the $800 million bond, and we don't know what else he want us to do. Now they're gonna try to make this proposal for that $10 million one way or another, but he gonna break it up inside increments to say that he gonna try to mix it in with the bill and stuff. And then these city council members who probably didn't read the bill and stuff, like Byron Cinco Lopez, and he's over here. They over here going to vote yes for everything.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mr. Dennis,
that's what
it's been a deficit ever since I've been alive. Like I mean, I
pretty
don't know
much.
when we
Yes,
had I don't know when the hell we had a surplus. Like when was
they
this?
well to them they don't even know what the definition of a surplus is. Their definition of a surplus is more spending.
For themselves.
Yes, especially when somebody who barely
Exactly.
talk English
All right, guys.
like Cinco Lopez. Hold on, I gotta roast him. Now we can't understand a word he say. We can't understand. I mean, just press one for English. That's all you gotta do.
He said press one
Damn. That's
You didn't
wow.
say press one
That
for
shit was
English.
funny. That's one for English. Come on, spit it out.
Hey, Mr. Dinner, they say, a continue en español, a prima e duo.
Hey, casi casi.
That's funny.
Hold on. Let me respond to that. What?
KK? That sounded good,
Oh
but
man.
Sean, you
Yeah,
almost
okay.
had
Well, that's
it.
the end of the panel, guys. Yeah, I know, right? Almost, right? I'm not the best at my Espanol. But it was great having you guys today. I don't want to keep you guys up as long as yesterday because we definitely was up a long time. That was like 3 hour live. That was amazing. But yeah, guys, I
That was
appreciate you
fun.
guys
Yeah.
joining the live stream today. Really, really nice. Snotface, I appreciate you joining the panel today. Thank you so much. She's also a new member as well. And I'm gonna have to
Anytime.
check out that movie. Yeah, Drop Dead Fred. That's gonna be on my list today
Drop Dead Fred.
for
It's
sure.
super funny. It's all about, like I said, mental health, but totally for adults.
Snot face, Cubs or Sox?
Do
Yeah,
what?
cool.
Cubs or Sox?
Yeah, for
Which
sure.
one?
I was born a Cubs fan. My husband is a Sox fan, but I actually
Oh,
fucking hate baseball.
okay. That's all we
But
just
give
need
me
to know.
football any day. I also watch football, and my husband is a huge football fan, and we literally watch all the football teams. So
Uh-huh.
I will watch all the football teams, but I have been just raised to be a perpetual loser as a Bears fan. So,
Oh, damn. Oh,
you know,
that's yeah.
yeah, it's one of those.
I'm gonna write a memo
Oh
on how to
man.
solve crime my way.
What was that?
I'm gonna write a
All
memo
right.
on how to solve crime the Dennis White way.
I look forward to reading that.
It won't be more than 2 pages, would
For
it?
real.
No, it's
I know.
gonna be
It ain't gonna
it's
take
gonna be
much.
it's gonna be a little bit
It's gonna be
longer.
one page. You're done.
It's gonna be just as long or longer than the Bible.
Oh man, it's too long, bro. You don't need to. Man, look.
Oh,
I feel like you could have 10 commandments of crime.
that's not that
You know what? You know what? That you know what? You gave me an idea. It's not fair. I'm gonna write the Ten Commandments on how to deal the Ten Commandments of criminals.
Heck yeah.
Can't wait to read that
Yeah.
one.
and how to deal with it.
I'm ready for it.
For sure. Yeah, but
Well, I just
yeah,
want
I
to
Yeah.
say I
appreciate you guys
appreciate you guys
joining,
having me
Jared.
on because, oh, sorry.
Yeah, you were fun. You were really amazing. Thank you for showing me my twin, the raccoon there. And you are
Oh,
welcome
don't say
I
that.
anytime.
mean, if you
Wow.
want to see him one last time before you leave,
Oh my God, are they
So
Hey,
wild.
friendly?
Yeah,
here's
we look
I
hey,
just
love it.
hey,
alike, right,
before y'all go,
guys?
here's one of the commandments of the Ten Commandments. I am the God with the gun. You will be graveyard dead.
Oh, like
can
old
that be
boy
the
said down in
first
Florida.
commandment?
Man.
That's one of the Ten Commandments right there.
We should make that the first commandment, though.
That's the first
Like,
commandment right there.
beautiful. I love
I
this. Oh
love
my
it.
God, I'll help you write these 10 commandments if you
For
want.
sure. Yeah, we'll work on it, guys. We'll work on it.
But,
Yeah.
But
anyways, like I said,
yep,
I just wanted
Jared,
to say thank you.
Snotface, Mitchell. Yep. Jared, Snotface, Mitch, Nicole, Mr. Dennis. I believe somebody else was with us as well. Squid and
Squid,
somebody.
yeah.
No,
It
I believe
was,
that was
yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Thank you guys for joining the live stream, Miss Sharon and everybody else in the chat. I think Miss Marla got here late, and Delk and Maurice. But yep, thank you guys for showing all the love and support. I really do appreciate that. Check out everybody else's channel. Check out Continuous Freedom. That's Jared's channel. Check out Nicole Patrice. That's Nicole Coco's channel as well. Snotface, you got any social media or anything that people can find you?
No, just if you want to follow my animals, they have an Instagram Adventures of Augie and Finn on Instagram. But that's it.
Okay, that's what's up. Hey, so if you guys want to catch up with the Coon Buddies, hey, hit their Instagram up. They available.
Raccoon, foxes,
But all
dogs,
right,
cats.
guys. Yeah, that fox is pretty interesting though. But all right, guys. We're gonna end there. I'll see you guys next time. Probably Sunday. We're gonna do another panel, guys. If you are willing to join. If you want to join the panel, email me and I'll see if I can squeeze you in because now they're starting to get crazy. But all right, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right, thanks, bro. See you soon.
Have a good night, everyone.
Everybody,
Bye, everybody.
Hello, Mr. Dennis, Jared.
Good night.
It's good to see you guys.
You too.
All right,
Bye.